Welcome to the Waldorf Gridiron Club podcast, your home for all things football at Waldorf University, the best small college football experience in America. Hosted by Andy Buffington and me, Troy Thompson, from the secret bunker beneath Bolstorff Field.
All right, welcome to this edition of the Waldorf Gridiron Club podcast. We rolling, Troy. I mean, we are flying through this season. Tomorrow, it's community night.
It is.
And the Warriors are taking the field. This feels like it's been forever. Dude, I just got goosebumps.
I know, me too.
Oh, my gosh. I can't. So we have an extremely special guest. So our first player that we're going to have on today before the big game is none other than our senior wide receiver, number 13, Malik Adams. Malik, welcome, man.
Thank you.
Yeah, welcome back.
Yes, sir.
We were just talking when you got here a little bit about the. We had you on in about a year, about a year ago in September of last year.
Yeah,
you were on with Joe Halverson in that episode, and so it's good to have you back. We've updated the bunker a little bit, and yeah, glad you're here.
Yes, sir. Appreciate you. It looks nice too.
Thank you. Yeah, well, we're doing what we can.
That's getting there. We put curtains up.
Yep.
We don't have any windows in the bunker.
Yeah, curtains really make the difference.
Oh, absolutely.
I think that's what Joe Rogan's got. He's always got curtains around. I don't think he's got.
Well,
any
I think they
windows
call
either.
them window treatments for
really
cool people.
Yeah, but we don't know what's behind those curtains.
So Malik's coming to us. He's a senior. He's from Cedar Rapids, so he's an Iowa kid. Last year, 41 receptions for 701 yards. He averaged 17.1 yards a catch, 16th in the nation in NAIA. And if you start looking through the NCAA, there's not a whole lot of cats that had that kind of average. A lot of success last year, Malik.
Yes, sir. It was a great team effort.
Yeah, absolutely. So what do you think? I mean, you weren't 41 catches, you were targeted a few more times than that. You catch almost everything that gets to you. What was that mix last year? We really didn't know what to expect from our receiving core, but you really came out and were a huge, I don't want to say unexpected, but a huge bright spot for our team. What was that all about?
I mean, it was unexpected, but I don't know. I just worked over the summer, knew what I had to do for the team. You know, Jordan Cooper threw the ball, the line blocked, so.
Yeah, got it done.
Yes, sir.
I'll never forget, and this is goosebumps again. I think it might have, I don't know if it was a Simpson game or the St. Ambrose game. Malik he's lined out. He's set up wide out to the right. And I don't even see him. Because I'm a little bit further down the sideline. And after the snap, I took a step forward and see Malik just gunning down the sideline. And I see Coop just kind of glance over, and it was like, and Coop hadn't even, oh man, look at that. Coop hadn't even got rid of the ball yet. And I said, that's a touchdown. And sure as heck, whoop,
yes,
Malik snags that thing and off to the races. That was like a 78.
Yes, sir.
78 yarder or something like that, which is
that helps
amazing.
the average.
Yeah, that's not bad.
Yeah.
Yeah. But one thing about Malik, too. Malik, hold up your hand. Look at the size of that kid's paws.
Yeah. Got some.
Where do you get that?
Mitts.
Where do you get that from?
My dad's 6'5", so I'm guessing from him.
Your dad is a tall dude. Yeah. I met your dad at senior day, and he came up and said, does Malik have another year of eligibility with COVID? And of course, I'm not going to say, well, I don't know. He's like, yeah, check in that right now. Yeah, because did you not know if you were coming back?
I really didn't know. When I graduated, I didn't know what I wanted to do, but I wanted to go for my master's, so I knew if I had another year eligibility, I might as well use it. I love football.
Absolutely. So you're taking some master's classes now?
Yes, sir.
What are you doing?
It's business marketing, but right now I'm in a human resources class, so it's emerging trends in human resource management. So yeah.
Yeah, you're stepping up the game there.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, absolutely. So as Malik mentioned, he graduated this last fall, spring. Geez,
Yeah.
I don't know my seasons.
The usual time.
Yeah, absolutely. I got to meet your mom. Your mom doesn't seem like somebody that she's all business, isn't she? She's.
I guess you could say that. Yeah.
Yeah. Wonderful human being, super nice lady, but she just had this air about her that, she's in charge. I mean, I don't know if she was. Is that true at home too?
Oh, it's most definitely true. Most definitely.
Was she tough on you growing up?
I got it through. I got it the best. So like she loosened up when I was around 16, 15. But
yeah. So do you have any siblings?
yeah, I have an older brother and an older sister. Well, from my mom and dad, and then I have four other.
Okay.
So 6 siblings in total, but 7 of us.
Man, big family.
Yeah.
Big family. And that's awesome.
Senior guy, for sure senior now. A little extra time to be on the team. And you've got, so we've got new guys coming in like they do every year. What's your role on the team as you see it, particularly obviously on the offense and leadership, but just in the team overall as well?
I would say my role is like showing them, I don't know, typically like how the culture is, how to do everything right. Well, I try to do everything right, enjoy every moment, because it doesn't last long at all. It goes by fast, so I tell them that all the time.
That's a perspective that you have now, is having this extra season to be able to play. And were you thinking that last year too, because it was your senior year and you weren't sure if you're coming back? Or when does it occur to you that that it goes by so fast?
Ever since my freshman year.
Really?
Because the year went by fast, and then COVID hit, and then it was all abrupt. So I used to watch like The Office a lot. So like it was like a little quote: "You never know you're in the good old days till you're out of them." So I try to live by that.
Right. Well, it's true.
That's good.
Yeah. It doesn't seem like it at the time, but yeah. 20, 30 years from now, you'll be like, oh, I remember when. Yeah. Cool. So now, what is what's the offense feel like right now? Because it's a different, some different coaches. You got some different, you got a different offensive coordinator. You've got some different things going on. It's a new year, new season. We're going to get rolling tomorrow. It's going to be community night. How's the offense feel? What's different about it? Without getting into like, X's and O's, what's different? What's the same?
What's different? I wouldn't say much is different besides like different coaches, but they're teaching a little bit different, a couple different plays. Mm-hmm. But mostly it's the same. We're still clicking. We have some new pieces that we're trying to get integrated, so we're just trying to get that right, get the machine rolling good. Mm-hmm. But I feel great about the defense too.
Feels like it's rolling pretty smooth, and they still have that cohesiveness, because you did lose a few players last year through graduation, and some of the guys that came back, like Zach Throne was on the line and he got an extra year because of COVID. So some of those guys they're gone now, and so you're saying it's pretty much steady as she goes.
Yeah, there's obviously some hitches in the road, but I feel like we're gonna be great.
Good.
I think so too. And last year, it seemed like early in the season, a lot of the defenses were taking a look, because with Sam Huntley coming back for his last year, I think a lot of people, just because he was, a lot of catches, a lot of yards for the Warriors, but I think they underestimated you for sure. Until maybe after the first game, right. And then it was like, now we got to, and then of course Seth and everybody, the three of you really had the lion's share of the receptions and the yards through the air last year. And so now obviously Seth has moved on, Sam has moved on as well, and we got Dom Watt coming back.
Oh yes.
So that's gotta be so damn frustrating for the teams that got a scheme against us, because you're going to have this big X, like, all right, number 13, watch him, and you're going to have to you're probably going to have a DPI just to be able to do anything with the kid, because you catch dang near everything that even comes near you. And again, if you guys come down on the sideline on Saturday and find number 13 and just ask to see his hands. Vontae Harper and I were talking about that, I think yesterday out at practice, because you had a catch. They did a scrimmage on Saturday. You had this catch and your hands came up, and it looked like two sunflowers. They're awesome. You're lucky that way, man.
Yes, sir.
You're lucky that way.
Yeah. So the first game of the season last year was Briarcliff. Same thing this year. That's who we're playing tomorrow. And what are your thoughts about the Chargers? What do you remember about them? Who are, what are you looking out for, and what are you looking forward to?
I'm looking forward to getting more catches on him. I barely had any the first game. The second game is when I really got in tune. The first game I was kind of nervous, I guess you could say. But I'm just looking to win. Mm-hmm. Do what I got to do. The team's going to do what they have to do. But yeah, they're going to have to watch out for the receivers. The running back, we got Navi, we got Dom, we got slots for days. It's going to be crazy.
Mm-hmm. You're so deep in offense this year.
Yes, sir.
I mean, so deep. Obviously, you're a leader. You're the one that's going to be out there, and I know that you're going to be one of Coop's favorites. I don't know how it couldn't be. We talked a little bit about, just very briefly a few minutes ago, just about that. Everything's coming to an end, the good old days and stuff like that. If you could look back, and I know that you're coaching up those young guys, but if you could look back and tell yourself something, what would that be? What changes would you make in your role as a student athlete here at Waldorf?
I kind of planned for this because, during my freshman year, I was like, I'm going to live with no regrets. So, honestly, if I could look back, I'd probably tell myself to work a little bit harder. But at that point, I was already working hard because, I knew when this day come, I wasn't going to look back and say I don't want to have any regrets. So,
yeah.
But anyway, go hard in school. Mm-hmm. It's important. It makes it easier if you're good in school. You actually do the work. All you have to do is show up. So,
does it ever frustrate you, some of the guys that lose their eligibility?
Yeah, a lot, because they always want to come back after they see how good it was. Because the grass isn't always green on the other side, so they always see they should have just did what they needed to do. Because they always try to come back.
What's the secret?
Showing up.
Go to class.
Just showing up. That's all you have to do. Your teacher's gonna like you. They're gonna try to accommodate you the best way they can.
Yeah.
It's a small school, so they know if you don't show up. So if you just show up and do the work.
When there's 12 people in your class,
yeah,
they
know if you don't show up.
Yeah,
that's right.
Where's Timmy?
That's right. Well, it's a small school for classroom sizes, but it's a smaller program too. I mean, Waldorf is a small school, and so they're going to know if you don't show up on Saturday too. But that never happens.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Hey there, Warrior fans. Here's a little something you're not going to want to miss out on. The chance to win an official Waldorf Warrior football. Every home game, the Gridiron Club will have an official collegiate football from our Woo Ball equipment room stash signed by the Warrior players on display in the Gridiron Club tailgate area. You can just write down your silent auction bid, and if you win that auction with that amount, why, you'll be taking that special keepsake ball home. Silent auction bidding will cease at the start of the third quarter, and we'll announce the winner before the start of the fourth quarter. Sign up while tailgating as you enter the game or at the half. Check your bid as frequently as you like. We hope you'll get one of these special footballs signed by the team this season. See you at Bolstorff Field tomorrow. Go Warriors!
So how did it go to get you from Cedar? And what high school did you go to? Was it
John F. Kennedy High School?
Okay, you went to Kennedy. All right. How was that recruiting process for you? What other looks did you get? And what were you hoping for? And obviously, we're beyond thrilled to have an athlete of your caliber here at Waldorf. But how did that go, that whole process, if you can remember that far back?
We had Coach Perisher come to my school for recruiting. We always had schools come. I met with a lot of NAIAs, D2s, JUCOs. But obviously every kid's dreams go D1, but
sure.
My school, we didn't pass a lot, so we didn't pass at all. So I think I had 17 receptions on the whole year.
Oh, man.
I went 17 for 17, no drops, maybe a couple more targets, but that's pretty much it. But honestly, we just didn't pass at all. We would run school.
So Blaine Perisher shows up, and did you come up for a visit?
Oh, yes, sir. I came up for a visit with Littrell. I met with Littrell and all that.
And he was a dynamic individual, wasn't he?
Oh, yes, sir.
Yeah. So you've had, now with Coach Chapa running the ship, what are some of the differences and similarities that you see between, we had Coach Finley here for the majority of your career here at Waldorf, and now with Coach Chapa, what are you seeing as some of the differences, but some of the similarities as well?
We can really relate more to Coach Chapa, so it's a smoother, cooler environment, more family friendly. But with Finley, it was still family. But with Chapa, it's we're closer because we can relate to him.
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah. He's a cool dude, really is. How do you like the new coach, by the way?
The coach, Coach Browner.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I love Coach.
Well,
Browner.
Donadio too. Either.
Oh yeah,
one.
I love Coach Donadio too.
Yeah,
both cool. I love the way they're doing things. They talk to us, try to get everything right. and try to like adapt best to us.
Yep. Is there a whole lot of coaching that needs to go on at your level? Or do they spend more time with some of the guys that are still a little bit rough or young?
There's a lot of coaching that goes on with me. Honestly, because I've never had a real wide receiver coach besides my freshman year and then this year. So I try to take all the coaching I can, get better, because you can always learn something new.
Yeah, that's good. Well, you're kind of all business too. I mean, I don't know if you're just naturally quiet. I mean, I've seen you be loud too and animated, which is good. But you're kind of all business when you're in the locker room, aren't you?
I try to. Well, yeah, I
Somewhat.
try to be. But yeah, I'm more reserved. I don't like to talk a lot. If I'm comfortable with you, I like to talk, but most of the time I don't like to talk a lot. I just like to have my little quiet moments.
Now, Malik,
Mention that.
I always know when Malik's in the locker room. He's not loud, but his music,
Oh,
man. I mean, and which is cool. I mean, that's one of those things. If that's what works for you, buddy, keep it up. But so you're kind of the guy that carries the box.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Now, is that something that you just said, I'm doing that?
No one else was doing it because it was kind of like too heavy. They didn't want to go all the way upstairs to get it. And then, I don't know, I just liked my music over everyone else's. So I was like, I might as well get it so I can play my own.
Yeah. Well, it must be popular because a lot of times everybody's singing along. Not me. I have no culture whatsoever.
yeah.
Yeah. It's good music.
What are you playing out there?
I mix it up a little
Yeah?
baby, Rod Wave, young boy, but I need to expand my music horizon. So I'm trying to, get everyone's playlist, make it so everyone can enjoy it.
I could send you mine if you like 80s hair metal.
I don't even know what hair metal is.
Yeah.
Oh, I mean, what year were you born?
2001.
See? Yeah.
Yeah, it was past by then.
Well, when you get to be our age, Malik, you listen to talk radio.
Hmm.
So other than music, obviously, we know you like music, and that's
You
awesome.
do talk radio in the locker room. Just throw that out there. Get people really
Listen
fired
to some
up, listening.
NPR.
Yeah, listen to some
Exactly.
NPR.
River to river,
Yeah,
guys. Be quiet.
nice. You can pump that into the sound system on the opponent's team in their locker rooms. Listen to a little NPR.
Yeah, we should just play lullabies
Yeah, yeah.
the whole time. Or your brother-in-law, because were you around the year that his brother-in-law played was it the Hokey Pokey?
Yes. Yeah, he played the
remember
hokey
that?
pokey. They did not like that.
Dickinson State?
I don't remember.
Yeah, Dickinson
It
came
was
to
my freshman year. I didn't play.
Yeah, Dickinson came to town, and his brother-in-law was in charge of the music, and he was playing the Hokey Pokey, and they weren't happy with it. But after they beat us, they were out in the field doing the Hokey Pokey.
Kind of rubbing that in a little bit.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's too bad.
We used to do that after our games in high school. After we win, we used to do the hokey pokey.
yeah. So growing up in Cedar Rapids, were you ever a Hawkeye fan too? Was that kind of your team, or what's your favorite college team?
Honestly, I was kind of an Iowa State fan because that was my first college game my friend took me to. So I was like a fan from the start, but I like them both.
Yeah, because I gotta be honest, the Hawkeyes post victory song is one of my favorites. It's the Hawkeye Victory Polka, which is In Heaven There Ain't No Beer. It's one of my favorites.
Yeah, you get the little chicken dance in there. I might play that.
Malik is listening to-
I like the little storm you had when we approach.
Yeah?
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Troy is really good with that stuff.
Yeah.
So
Thank you.
So what do you want to see this year pregame? As you guys are doing the Warrior Walk,
Yeah,
because
we
they've
want
been playing
Got a meeting this
Eminem.
week. Yeah.
What do we want to switch to?
Honestly, probably have to ask the team, see which one pumps us up the best. But
Yep.
I don't know. Whatever.
Yeah, we need a standardized. We need to find something. And that song was okay, but it's like we need to find something that's a good pump up song that everybody's going to get into. Again, like the Hawkeyes, they play Back in Black as the team's coming onto the field. I like what Troy's doing with some of the walk up music too. But that Warrior Walk, yeah, because you guys all come out and they've been, like I said, they've been playing Eminem just last year. I don't remember I think Metallica the year before.
It was.
Something like that.
Yep.
Yeah. So you guys are going to
You'll have to come out Saturday and see what it's going to be.
Oh, yeah. Is that something you guys are going to vote on, Malik?
Well, I guess we could take a little poll on it.
You should head that up. What should we walk What should we walk out to? It's got to be something that gets you guys fired up because let's be honest, us old folks, we don't really care.
Yes, sir.
We just want to see the game, right?
I mean, I do like the dramatics that are surrounding the game itself. That whole Saturday atmosphere is something I'm very interested in, and something that the Gridiron Club is, trying to really amp up, and anything we can do to make it great for the players, but certainly the crowd as well as they watch. We want to make it as great as we possibly can. So I've got some things that we'll add this year that I intended to do last year during the game, talking about like the third down. Third down, we say make some noise, and then but there's like a horn sound. Basically, we're going to rip off the Vikings, what they do. Not their flugel horn, not their flugel. I don't know what that's called. The fluel. Should know, right? Doesn't matter. But we're not going to do that. But I like some drum stuff. Like whatever. We'll get some atmosphere going. Really make it feel special.
Yeah, we got to make sure the crowd's engaged.
Yeah,
and
that's my job.
Yes.
To get them going.
So you not having experience at other school, I mean, other than traveling to some of those other schools, what makes Waldorf different?
Yeah.
I mean, it's smaller, so everyone knows each other. Not much to do, so you got to hang out with each other. So that's all I can pretty much say about that.
Yeah.
That's our marketing logo, our new marketing deal for Waldorf. Look, there's not a lot to do, so you're going to have to get to know each other. Everybody's family here. There's nothing to do. Yeah. I always felt like you could find stuff to do, though. You guys find stuff to do.
Yeah, most definitely.
Yeah.
Bowling.
Yeah.
You guys do
game each other.
You guys do a lot of bowling?
I try to.
Yeah. Who else on the team bowls?
Sione, he's pretty good, but I beat him. I go with my little friend group, Navi, all them, Jeremiah, all them. But I try to go with everyone. Like when we go bowling, we try to like just make it like a big thing. Everyone just show up.
Right. Yeah, because when like usually in the springtime, the team goes and we do I think the Gridiron pays for it. I can't remember. We do a little team bonding bowling thing. And there's all sorts of calibers of bowlers out there. You got good bowlers like Malik, and then you've got really, really bad bowlers.
The whole span.
Yeah. So bowling, music, what else? What do you like to do?
I watch a lot of TV. So
you said The Office.
Yeah.
That was a good one for you. What other series do you get in? You binge watch stuff a lot?
Yeah. If it's a good show, I gotta like keep going and just stay in tune with it. But I like One Tree Hill, Breaking Bad. There's a TV series called Power, Snowfall, Vampire Diaries. I watch anything. So
really,
if it's good.
Did you watch any Yellowstone?
Yellowstone. I was supposed to get into it, but no, I didn't.
All right.
What do you think was like? You've seen obviously everything in Breaking Bad, that whole thing, right?
Yes, sir.
And maybe more than once, or just for sure.
I watched it twice, and then I watched Better Call Saul too.
Yeah, so I like Better. I see. Now, when do you think that show? Like, when do you think that turned a corner, for good or bad?
For good or bad?
Yeah.
It turned bad when Walt had enough money to quit, but he wanted to keep going.
Yeah,
and he just turned into Heisenberg. So
yeah, for sure.
At that point, he just.
I never liked his wife
at all.
Right?
Like he's doing it for the family. She couldn't just get in tune. Like he made a lot of money.
Right.
Yeah.
He could have. I mean, did you watch, Andy?
Yeah, I watched it, and it's been a long time ago. I watched it from stem to stern, and
I feel like the first couple of seasons I was kind of on his side a little bit because I was like, well, he's got cancer or whatever he's got going on, and he's doing this, and it's kind of a weird deal. And you kind of getting into it, and you're kind of hopeful for him to be a successful meth dealer. But then at a certain point, I kind of lost my sympathy for him because I was just like, I don't even care about any of these people anymore. Except I did like Saul. I did like that character. I kind of felt like when he came in, it did kind of help.
Yeah, as Walt was the main protagonist, we kind of like sympathize with him. But like, I feel if we went through the eyes of his wife, we probably like sympathize with her more. Like
that's true.
Yeah, he's never home. He's drug dealing. He's killing people.
Well, she did become a little more likable at the end.
Oh yeah,
at the end of the seasons. When she was kind of helped. Then it was a little.
They bought in.
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah, and then so that's anyway. I don't know. Maybe that was all intentional. But
well, it's kind of messed up when you start like, okay, you're pulling for this guy that's making meth,
right? Blue meth. Yeah.
Yeah, and so
How many people think like meth is normally blue either, too, because of that show? And I don't know what color it is. But I'm pretty sure it's not blue.
I don't know.
I feel like they don't throw it around at the old county.
No, no.
The law enforcement centers you work? They're not just like, hey, look at this new bag of blue stuff we got.
I have seen when the deputies or somebody like the officers get meth off somebody, or I think it's like white.
Yeah, not blue.
I don't know.
Let's go.
But isn't it odd?
Yeah.
Because had you ever watched Sons of Anarchy?
A little bit.
Yeah. But it's one of those that I got into that and I really enjoyed it. But then I had to kind of check myself because you're doing the old, man, I sure hope those guys kill that DEA agent. Like, what? Well, come on.
Even with Breaking Bad, you kind of like, listen, brother-in-law's going to have to go.
Yeah. He was ATF, wasn't he?
I think so. Yeah. Bad. Yeah. I mean, not bad, but
Yeah. So when you were a kid,
went down a rabbit hole there.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
When you were a kid, what kind of shows did you watch? Was there like a favorite? Like your folks would say, "Oh man, he watched this show all the time."
Sweet Life of Zack and Cody, George Lopez, because I stayed up late just to watch George Lopez. When my mom was asleep, I watched Family Guy.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So, but
I still watch Family.
So you appreciate the sense of humor. So obviously those are funny shows. You said The Office, Family Guy, Lopez, all these. So like, who's your favorite comedians?
Favorite comedians? I don't really watch like stand up, but like my favorite like Instagram comedians probably like Desi Banks, obviously Kevin Hart because he's funny.
Oh, he's great.
Dave Chappelle, stuff like that. But
yeah. Funny stuff. Yeah, I love it.
Yeah, Chappelle is awesome. I mean, because he's just cutting edge and super smart humor. Gets himself in trouble, but he don't care. Mm-hmm. That's what I like about him more than anything. The fact that he can just say it like it's comedy. Go ahead, be offended.
Yeah, I like that Dave has got you could essentially go to Baumgart's and get like some work apparel, and then dress like Dave. Because all of his like stand up routine, he's got like either like coveralls on or like the full denim outfit or whatever it is. It's like, oh, you can get that at Baumgart's.
Yeah, I used to watch a lot. Did you ever watch the Chappelle Show?
No, sir.
Oh man, you're gonna have to dig in and try to find that. Those were awesome.
Yeah,
I mean, he just did like a 30-minute show, and it was hilarious.
Lots of skits.
A lot of skits. Mm-hmm. Yeah, but it was all his humor, and it was super funny.
Well, you talk about movies, TV shows. Obviously, all you guys are the same age. You're all working together and making the team better. But then, obviously, you're going back and forth with one another. What are some films or movies or catchphrases that you guys say from pop culture type things that we would? I mean, I think every generation's got it. They see a certain number of movies and then they're always referencing some movie, whatever it happens to be, whether it's Super Troopers, Tommy Boy, different things like that, Caddyshack, you name it, from our generation. But what do you got anything like that? And if so, what are they?
I really don't have anything off the top of my head, but like there's like this one comedian on Instagram and like everyone's saying it hit different, because he has like little sayings. He's like whoop. It's kind of hard to explain, but yeah, everyone's saying what he's saying right now.
And that's what's that fella's name? Because I don't know.
Oh, his name's FYB J Main.
FYB J Main.
Yeah, it's not everyone's cup of tea, but
okay,
he's like a little funny comedian.
Good deal. Good. So with your classes now with graduate school, like do you have more time in your schedule during or less?
I have way more time.
Way more? Mm-hmm.
Because it's only an online class, so assignments due Saturday. We got a discussion on Saturday. Tuesday, you have to respond to the discussion. Then you have to do a case study with it. So like a 1-2 page paper. And then other than that, it's just football at 3:00.
Right. And then when all of that is wrapped up, and that's going to be, are you going to go through the whole year or longer? Or are you staying for through the season? But what are your plans postseason?
Honestly, I don't know if the air traffic controller jobs open back up for like applying. Then I'm gonna apply, try to get on that, just because like the federal benefits, and then I can open up my box truck business I want to do.
Say that again.
Open up the box truck business. So yeah,
a box truck.
Yeah.
What's that? Tell me more.
So like it's shorter than a trailer, so it can be non-CDL. So I don't have to get my CDL to drive.
Okay.
So yeah, I just do deliveries like that.
All right. Yeah, I got side hustle type situation. Good business. All right. How did you get How'd you find out about that?
I was just researching, and like I used to do DoorDash, and like it's like a steady income you can do over day, but you can also do it with the real job. And then I've always wanted to get rich with like my little cousin and my day one. So like it's something like we can always do, trade off, so we can just make money every week, and you know.
Yeah. Interesting. I like that. Did you know about that, Andy?
No, I didn't. Air traffic control, though.
Oh, yeah. Jump back to that.
Yeah,
That's super
let's
stressful.
not skip by that. You want to talk about stress, man. And I mean, Malik is cool. I mean,
that went right over my head.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's say you start talking about
Yeah.
I get it. But again, and for those of you that know Malik, you know that he's just kind of cool as a cucumber.
Yeah, that's good. It's a good thing to have.
Cool as the underside of a pillow.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I mean, you don't get rattled very often. You're not a super emotional dude. When you need to get up, you are. But air traffic control? That's stressful, right?
I guess you could say, but like they're always looking for new people. It's a federal job, so it's gonna have great benefits.
Right.
And then you get free flights, so like you can't really beat that.
Man, so where would you go? Like they say, all right, Malik can go anywhere in the world. Do you want to go? Where are you going to go?
Georgia.
Oh, I thought you were going to say Cedar Rapids. They got an airport there, pretty good regional airport.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, Georgia. Why Georgia?
I'm originally from Georgia. My dad's side lives there.
Yeah.
I mean, Atlanta. That is the busiest airport in the world, or in America, isn't it? I don't know about the world, but it's pretty busy.
Either that or Jackson O'Hare, but
yeah. Yeah. Was it Hartsfield down there?
yeah, Hartsfield, Jackson.
Mm-hmm.
So you'd want to work down there?
I love the city. I love being around my family. So
Sure.
So, and mom's in Cedar Rapids?
Yes, sir.
And then so you moved down to Atlanta and leave mom?
She's honestly probably gonna move to Georgia soon because like my sister just had a kid. You know, but my brother's kids live here, so that's the only reason she's probably still here.
Sure, absolutely. So what
that would be a pretty cool job though. I mean, if you could handle it, because I mean, there's just planes all over the place, and they got to tell them where to go, and man, crazy.
I can't wrap my head around it, and just they say that's one of the top 5 most stressful jobs out there. But like you said, the benefits and things like that, not a bad deal. And they probably pay pretty well, don't they?
Yes, sir. It's like probably like $150.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You know, what'd you do with all that money? Well, of course, down in Atlanta,
buy more trucks.
More.
Hey, there you go. Jeez, you got a plan for everything, man.
I like it.
Yeah, absolutely. You're going to be one of those guys. So just remember, the Gridiron Club needs money. So when you're this rich dude, you'll be getting a letter from the Bolstorff Gridiron Club like, hey, Malik, we loved your time here. Send us cash.
Stay in contact with that kid for
absolutely.
sure. Yeah, nice.
So do you have any ambitions to try to play pro ball somewhere?
Honestly, I've always looked at trying to make a practice squad because I know I can just go hard every rep, you know, and it's like a minimum of 500,000. So like, I'd love to be on a practice squad for the NFL, but you know, whatever.
Yeah,
comes.
that would be cool. And still, you get to hang around with all those people. What's your team?
My team, I don't really have a team, but like, if I had to choose, it'd be the Saints because like the 2009 Super Bowl that I watched, and then I just like Drew Brees.
I'm not looking across the table. Right
Yeah.
Oh, the Saints. Oh, it's weird that you just reading this shirt. I could have worn my Viking stuff.
You got a Vikings hat on, yet he chose wisely.
Oh, do I have a Vikings hat on? I do. All right. Yeah. There you go. Not even sure what I'm wearing.
I got this for Christmas for my kid. Too.
Yeah.
Tyrann Mathieu, one of my favorite, the Honey Badger. Yeah, but you're a Breeze fan, huh?
Yes, sir. He's the best quarterback of all time. Maybe Tom Brady, but you know.
You know, I liked you a lot, Malik, before this. You might just be one of my favorite guys in the entire team now because he's so smart.
Yeah.
Number one, let's just break this down.
Yeah, let's break it
All
down.
right. Malik Adams has already got a plan for how to be successful, and he knows he's going to have to put in the work.
Yeah.
And then Drew Brees, the Saints, all that stuff. He's all business.
Yeah.
And one of the things we talked about real quick before we started recording this was one of the things that endears me to Mr. Adams is his jersey number.
Yeah.
Now, we talked about that. What's your jersey going to be? Yeah, number 13?
Yeah, number 13.
Yeah. How long did it take you to pick that out?
They gave it to me.
Right. How much do you care what you wear for a number?
Not at all, really.
Yeah. And why? Tell me why.
It really doesn't matter. To me, honestly. I just want to show up and play.
Exactly. You don't know how many people come into my little equipment room when they get their jersey and it's like, I don't want number X, I want a number Y, because, and they might, but Malik is one of the very few guys that really doesn't care about his number.
Yeah.
And everybody else has a really strong commitment to it, because Malik is one of these guys that it doesn't matter. I mean, if it's 13, he's going to make everybody remember 13. If it's 85, he's going to make everybody remember 85. And it doesn't matter what those two numbers are. And so that's one of the reasons that this guy.
Yeah, the number doesn't make you the player. I mean, obviously that's, what's inside that jersey is what matters. You got that going for you. I can't believe that you skipped over the big hands thing. I mean, you're practically starting the show with Violent Femmes song over here.
What does that have to do with big hands and Malik?
Because he says, big hands, I know you're the one. It's a lyric.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, Malik, now we're all smarter.
I hear that a lot too. They say I have big hands, I'm the one. So I can agree.
That's what they say? That's what it's from. Somebody's quoting you, the Violent Femmes.
No, I think they're just saying I'm the one.
No, I think so too.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. Well, I'm trying to be as relevant to pop culture as I possibly can. And,
it was a good try.
I attempted, and that's what it is. We're going to roll into a big game because it's the first game and it's community night. It's your last season, and we've got lots of good things to look forward to. What do you like about because this is not your first community night. So like, what do you like about that first game of the season at home at Bolstorff Field?
The fireworks, seeing all the fans, seeing my family, winning, being with the team.
All good things for sure. Yeah, we're excited.
Do you get a lot of kids coming up to you after the game wanting your autograph?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, see, he's a standout.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's one of the cool things about community night too, folks. After it's done, if you go to an Iowa game, a Minnesota game, an Iowa State game, they don't invite you on the damn field after the game. Come on down, meet the guys. Like, no, if you jump down on the field, there's going to be some 50-year-old dude going to tackle you, with his little yellow jacket.
Yeah, I mean, if they can catch you.
Well,
somebody's going to catch you, though. That's always
me especially.
Yeah, they're going to catch you.
Yeah, absolutely.
But now Waldorf Field at Bolstorff, you can just, you don't even have to jump the fence. You can just come around the end there at the end of the game, come out on the field, meet the players, hang out with the players, the families, and all of that. And of course, like you said, watch the fireworks. That's always exciting to see too. Kind of a special thing that we've got going in Forest City, and it's nice that your family coming up for this as well too. To this community night. Is that what I heard you say?
Yes, sir.
That's going to be great. Yeah. How many are coming up? Everybody, or you got a small group, big group?
It really just depends on if they're free or not. But
Sure.
It's usually my mom, my nieces, my niece's mom. Sometimes my uncle will make an appearance. But
Nice, nice, very good.
So, what kind of goals does Malik Adams have for himself on the field this year?
I'm gonna try to get 100 yards every game. Try to get 1,000-yard season. I feel like that's easily accomplishable. As long as we just do the work.
Yeah,
Because
I like that attitude.
I don't feel like our offense can be stopped. So
I think you're right. I mean, where are we weak on our offense? Anywhere?
I don't see a weakness. I only see like ways to get stronger. But
Yeah.
I don't feel like we're weak at all.
We don't have a lot of vulnerabilities on that side of the ball. I'm not saying we do on defense either, but when you just look at the pure talent that we have on the offensive side of the ball, you got Malik outside, you got Dom outside, you got Justice Johnson, who we'll have Justice in here at some point and talk with him. And Justice was he a midseason transfer?
Yeah, I think he transferred in the spring.
Yeah. So we'll get to know him a little bit, but he's got a lot of upside too.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, who are some of the young guys that you're noticing that are coming up?
Well, our transfer, we got Ryan, we got Bryce. Young guys, we got Mello. We got some guys who are hurt, but you can tell like they're gonna be good players. We got Tay, Ishmael, but yeah, we have a lot of players.
Yeah,
Caden Obley, Oregard, but yeah.
Yeah, there's just, it's just insane. And then, of course, we talked about the backfield a little bit with Coach Brown and, some of the things going on with that. Obviously, quarterback, we're deep. We have Coop, of course. Here next week, you'll hear from Nick Siegel. He's right now he looks like the backup. I think he's number 2, possibly.
It might look like it seems like it, but we don't really know who's starting yet. So
Yeah. I'd imagine it's Coop.
Yeah, seems like that would be the choice, but not making those decisions. So you're always going to go with whatever is best for the team at that time.
Well, we're going to cheer for who is ever out there.
Yeah, I like Cooper, and
I love Cooper.
see what we're going to deal with on the football field against the Chargers. Mm-hmm.
Oh gosh, that's right. Is it the Chargers?
Yeah, that's right. Mm-hmm.
Radcliffe Chargers? No, okay.
Yep.
I didn't know what else I would have thought they were, but for some reason that just kind of escaped me. Yeah. So in your time here, what are some of your memorable moments on the field?
On the field, I don't know about on the field, but like the away trips, I always remember those. Having all the fun in the hotels. There's some stuff I probably can't say, like
It's probably a good idea. Yeah.
But yeah, it was all memorable. Yeah, I like it all.
A lot of fun stuff. Yeah, because you guys get to be, and it's one of the things they break their huddle after practice every day. And what do they always say?
We have some different things. We always say family, 1%, because we try to get 1% better each day.
Yep.
I can't really say anything else besides click, click, boom, and all that.
Oh yeah, Coach G. And it's kind of funny listening to it because when his voice starts to crack, click, click, he yells a lot. I mean, it's like just to pump the guys up.
Right.
Yeah. So on our coaching staff, who's the most intense coach?
Intense. I have to say Arnie when he starts yelling.
Ooh, yeah.
So yeah, probably Coach Arnie.
Yeah, he's a big dude.
Sure.
Yeah, he kind of lost his mind the other day.
Oh, really?
Well, some of the young guys, we had the young guys out, offense, defense, it was full go. And there's somebody that wasn't doing their job, and I was 30 yards away and heard Coach Ani voice his displeasure most vociferously.
Nice.
Yeah, good word there, by the way.
Yeah,
Feel
for
free to use
sure.
that whenever
He can do that. He's intimidating, and he's just trying to make everybody better. I know he cares intensely for the team and the program, and obviously, getting the win. But he gets if he gets. I mean, I've been around him where he looks upset, and I was like, "Is he mad at me?" He's not. I don't think, but makes you wonder.
Yeah. So who's the most laid back?
Laid back. Probably give it to I feel like Coach Chop is intense and most laid back at the same time, but I'd probably give it to Coach Chopper.
Yeah, I can see that. He always seems to be pretty just.
Yeah, he's very, very level-headed.
Yeah, absolutely. And so you're getting to know these new coaches. What are some of the good things that you're learning from Coach Donadio and Coach Brown, especially?
Well, he's teaching us a lot of drills and stuff that I usually didn't used to do. So I'm learning that from Coach Brown. He's teaching us how to read the defense a little bit better. Coach Donadio is teaching us like how the passing game helps out the run game. How you gotta just play it like that. But yeah, I've been learning a lot from Coach Nally too because of special teams. I love special teams. So.
Oh yeah, what makes that so much fun?
Being on the field at all times.
And what's your role on special teams this year?
Right now I'm on punt return. They didn't let me get on kickoff return. They said I'd be like too tired and they want me to get hurt, but hopefully they'll let me get on it. But punt return I'm blocking, which I like to do. But I'm on kickoff too. I'm second string kickoff, but yeah, I like to run down the field, get a tackle, make a game changing play.
Yeah. Yeah, special teams is huge. I don't think I know that our guys are putting a lot of time in trying to get our special teams dialed in. Coach Donadio is coming in. He's coaching the punters and kickers for us, which is good. And I think that we're going to probably see some significant changes. We have a new long snapper this year. Gerardo is coming in. He's our long snapper.
Okay.
Yeah.
We have a good kicker.
Well, we got Connor Parker back. He was a freshman last year and kicked. I think he's just getting some confidence, and he's getting a lot of good coaching from Coach Donadio about some of the little bad habits that he probably brought with him. And was that yesterday when they were kicking?
Yes, sir.
He was smoking it.
Yeah,
that's good to hear. I mean, because look, as great as we feel our offense is, and I'm 100% behind that proposition, but there are going to be defenses we're going to run into. If you can get within, 30 yards of, and confidently always be able to score a, field goal, there's nothing wrong with that either. Those can be game winners. So
yeah, for sure.
mm-hmm.
Yeah. So when you were coming up, when you were one of the young guys, now you're a senior leader. Who was some of the folks that you looked to that really kind of that you looked up to, that you thought you kind of modeled yourself maybe a little bit after?
Ryan Martinez, he was like the X in front of me, so I was always behind him. I always looked at him. He always showed me some stuff to do. Sam Huntley, and definitely Dom. Like most of the stuff I know Dom really taught me, how to do it, because he used to be a 5-star, so he knew how to do all this stuff coming in.
Yep.
And I never really experienced it, but yeah.
Yeah. And Tino, he's in playing pro ball down south, isn't he?
I think so. Yes. Sir.
Yeah, I think he got drafted into a league in Mexico, American football down there. Of course, Dom's on our team, and then Sam is working out. Of course, he comes from a bloodline. His brother is quarterback for the Ravens. So yeah, that's those are some good people. That you had to be able to shape you into the receiver you are today just a little bit. So what do you bring that's just kind of unique to Malik Adams as far as your style?
Probably like my energy, my charisma, my persona. I feel like there's no one like me at all. But yeah, I think I just bring the energy, the funniness, make everyone feel comfortable, feel like they're included. That's what I try to do, at least.
That's good. And I would be remiss if I didn't bring it up. Malik, as soon as practice is over, loses the top. Pads come off, shirtless almost everywhere you go.
What's that all about?
I don't like wearing shirts. You can ask my mom, my roommate, my teammates, really anyone who's around me. I hate shirts. But the only time I really wear a shirt is at my grandma's house, because you can't eat dinner at the table with your shirt off, so she always makes me put on a shirt.
There you go. I mean, that makes sense if you want to move to Atlanta. It's a little warmer down there most of the year, so that'll help. You might have a whole new line of marketing there for your cube truck business if everybody that's running the trucks is shirtless.
Yes, sir.
So, if Andy and I are running shirtless cube truck services, I don't know how successful we'd be, but we give it a shot.
That's all you can do.
I tell you what, and it's one of those, for those of you that don't know Malik, about the time that young man would show up at somebody's house without a shirt, there's going to be all sorts of middle-aged housewives calling, needing something moved.
Right. Yeah.
Because he's in some of the best shape of almost anybody on our team.
Right. Yeah, that helps too, for sure. And so you obviously were working out all summer long. You went back to Cedar Rapids to do that. What was your regimen throughout the summer? Was it that you for lifting and training and whatnot?
So over the summer, I worked a night shift job. So I worked out whenever I could, because I was usually tired in the day. Mm-hmm. But I would always do a little running. Always do the push-ups every night. You got to do those because they'll get your body right. Mm-hmm. I feel like it's a full body exercise. So every muscle is targeted when you do push-ups. Right. But yeah, I do some push-ups, calf raises. I got a dumbbell set in my room. But I hit the gym a couple of times. I try to go to the gym. But I definitely ran and played basketball more than yeah. And then I did some field work with some coaches and stuff. Okay.
Well, in your position, you got to have that quickness and agility and be able to get where you need to be when the ball's going to be there. So, and you obviously are doing that.
Yes, sir.
So what game are you looking forward to most this year?
Every one of them.
Good. Got to win the first one.
Yeah, 1 week at a time, 1-0 each week. That's been the mantra for quite a while, and I'm assuming that hasn't changed.
Not at all.
Yeah. Good.
So were you a multi-sport athlete for Kennedy?
Yeah, I played baseball, track, and I didn't play them I played baseball my sophomore and junior year, track just my sophomore year, but it was mainly just football.
Okay. So what did you run in track?
100, 200, and then the 4x1, 4x2.
Okay, pretty fast?
I'm decently fast. I really only did track because my mom promised me I could go to Georgia for spring break, so that's the only reason I did it, honestly.
She's going to listen to this.
That's the best sport for preparing you for any other sport, in my opinion. It is a grind, and it can be monotonous and all that stuff. But I mean, boy, it's hard to beat a track season or a track athlete, and then put it into the football, especially baseball. Any of them, it just helps out so much. Would you agree with that?
Yes, sir, most definitely. If I could go back, I'd probably do track. I just wasn't really interested in it.
Right.
Right.
Yeah. Well, it's not always great weather. It's spring season in Iowa. It's cold and sometimes rainy or worse. And yeah. And then if you're a sprinter, you're like, well, I mean, I got it, right? I mean, I'm done. Let me run a couple 100 meters and that's it, right?
Yeah, I hate running for fun. Running's not fun at all.
Yeah, I get that. Yeah. So, and that's one, you get the skill guys, that do track. It seems like, your skill position folks also back up and do some track stuff. And then some, which obviously makes them better. Some of your better O-line and D-line folks were wrestlers in high school.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's very helpful as well.
Yeah, all about leverage, controlling the body.
Especially linebackers for wrestling.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, like best linebackers I knew, they wrestled.
Oh, yeah.
Just be able to get their hands on you, and then they don't let go. I mean, that's they're not missing tackles, which is huge. So you don't see that a ton at that level that you guys are at, but occasionally you will see, some missed tackles or whatnot. Yeah, I think that wrestling would definitely be a very useful.
Right. Did you play both ways in high school?
Not really. I played like a little corner, but not much.
I just wondered because I didn't know, you said you like to go down and make that tackle and stuff like that. Is that something that you'd like to do more of? I know the coaches don't want you to do a lot of hitting.
Yeah, I would love to. Like, I was asking Coach Chop if I could play a little bit of safety, play a little nickel. Yeah.
I think they're pretty deep on safeties.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
It's over with now. It was like a year ago when we didn't have much. I was trying.
Yeah.
But now it's over with. Like, we're deep. They know what to do. So.
Yeah. Well, you got Will and you got Kaysen back there. Those two guys, dropping hammers. I have on my Twitter feed, I've been starting it with 10 days left.
Yeah, counting down.
Yep, I've been trying to count down, and when I got to day 9, which is Will Strickland's number, I said, this man is 9 days away from his terrorist campaign against opposing offenses. And because, and you've seen Will hit.
Oh, yeah.
How would you like to take a shot from him?
I try to avoid him every time. Like, every time I catch the ball, I go to outside just to.
Yeah, absolutely. That's smart.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's one of the things that we're learning. I hope that our listeners are learning too, is that this young man is very intelligent.
For sure. He's got a plan for sure. I mean, like you talk from completing your education, continuing to play for the Warriors, what you're going to do afterward, taking a look at the different fields that you're planning as part of your future. I mean, now that's all very impressive, and clearly it's pretty well thought out. And I think everybody can tell by listening, very even keeled. Not super talkative. You're right about that. But what you say is what you mean, and you put it out there, and then let other people sort out how they feel about it, that's pretty good. And then it's the same thing that you do on the field. I'm going to catch the ball. I'm going to do what I'm supposed to do, run the play that I'm supposed to run, and then let everybody else sort out how they feel about it and your number and so forth,
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. You seem to be pretty dialed in. And I've noticed that about you over the last few years. You're a very selfless person. You've said this time and time again here, just even on this podcast, that it's about the team. It has nothing to do with your number. It has nothing to do with, you're just going to go out and produce. And that's what makes you successful. And that's what's going to make you successful after Waldorf, is that selflessness and being driven and having a plan. So kudos to you, man. I mean, you're going to do some great things.
Appreciate it.
Yeah. And you're going to send us a lot of money.
Yes, sir. We'll try to.
I mean, I've got my reasons.
Right. Yeah. We've got improvements to make, and we appreciate your support. But for now, you get all of ours.
Thank you.
Yeah, for sure. So, community night coming up tomorrow, folks. This is kickoff of the 23 season the Warriors are going to welcome in Briarcliff and hopefully give them a very rude awakening. What do you remember about Briarcliff? What do you know about those cats?
I remember us winning, but
Yeah.
I don't really look at them as a competition, but you can't underestimate anyone. But
Right.
I just feel like we're going to steamroll them. We're going to do what we have to do.
Yeah, last year was 42-24 out there, which was a good deal.
Yeah, and those, and I could be wrong. I'm not looking at the stats, but just going out and watching the game like we did, I think that those 24 points that they did get on us were from the first half. I think things fell apart for them pretty quickly after halftime. You guys made some adjustments, got some things sorted out, figured out some changes on special teams and so forth, and then it was done.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so we're looking forward to more of that. Yeah. And again, we talked about, they've got a third-year starting quarterback. Their top producers, I think 4 out of their 5 guys that were all GPAC last year are coming back. They got that linebacker that was like second team. Everybody else was honorable mention. But it's in the GPAC, Morningside and Northwestern. I mean, national champions the last 2 years in the NAIA. So, all right, Malik, one of the things that we always do as we're starting to finish up is we always give our guests an opportunity to have the last word. Don't want to put you on the spot, but if there's anything that you'd like to say to your family, oh, you know what? Before we go into that, tell us a little bit more about your family. We just briefly mentioned it, but you said that's very important to you. So who's your family?
My family, but my mom. That's who I live with. So just my mom, my dad. My dad lives in Virginia right now, but we're still close.
Yep.
All my family in Georgia. I just love them. My family in Iowa. My grandma just moved down from Iowa, moved down to Texas. So both my grandmas are in the South now. But yeah.
Yeah. What are your mom and dad's name?
My mom's Nina. My dad's Rossi.
All right. And your dad is a very tall dude.
Oh, yes, sir.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, absolutely. And when I told you earlier that I met your mom at graduation, I was wearing Waldorf football stuff because that's the only way I could get in because apparently they were out of tickets. So I was
right.
I ushed. I was an usher.
We were not sure. I remember that.
But your mom came up and she said, "Are you with the football team?" I said, I'm a volunteer. I do equipment, try to help out where I can. And she's like, "My son is Malik." And as soon as she said that, you look a ton like your mom, don't you?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. So going back, giving you a couple minutes to think or a few seconds, whatever. What do you got for us? What do you want to leave us with?
I don't really know. I just hope you guys enjoyed me. I really enjoyed y'all being on the podcast.
Yeah.
I hope everyone comes out, watches the games, have fun just like I'm going to have fun. Just enjoy yourselves.
Well said. I'll tell you what, folks, get out here and look for number 13. He'll be the guy in the end zone.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully about 5-6 times. Would that be cool?
If it's one game, yes, sir.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Just on Saturday. Yeah, just on Saturday. Let's put you in the end zone. We'll get Navi in there a couple times. Maybe if I don't know, we'll get Tay running in there too. So let's put up about 60.
Spread it around a little bit.
Well, let's put up a 60 biscuit.
All right.
Yeah, we'll give Dom a couple touchdowns too, maybe Justice a couple. Ooh, we're getting into that 90s range now. That'd be cool.
That'd be great.
So anyway, folks, get out to community night on Saturday. 6 o'clock is kickoff. Show up at 2 o'clock. They bring the kids. They have bouncy houses and face painting and all sorts of fun. Or come and tailgate and have a great time. Get to know your neighbors. Get to know these Warrior fans. And I've said it once, I'll say it again. You only have one day to prepare for this. So call 10 of your friends, tell them to show up for community night, and then ask them to call 10 of their friends and show up for community night, because Waldorf's brand of football is exciting. Young men like Malik Adams is what makes it exciting, and it's a ton of fun to watch. So hang around after the game. We're going to have fireworks and all the other great stuff. Go out, get Malik's autograph, take your kids out there and have him sign something. And don't forget to ask him to see his hands.
Yeah, I don't think you miss them.
No, absolutely not. They're Oh, he's holding a fan. No, it's just his hand. Yeah, absolutely. Well, hey, Malik, thanks so much for spending some time with us today.
Appreciate you guys.
All right, well, that's going to do it for us on this edition or episode or whatever of the Waldorf Gridiron Club podcast. Malik Adams so kindly joined us today so you could get to know him a little bit better. Make sure that you get out to Bolstorff Field on Saturday, 6 o'clock kickoff, and cheer them on to victory over the Briarcliff Chargers coming from Sioux City, Iowa. So that does it for Troy Thompson. This is Andy Buffington. Thanks so much for listening, and forever and always,
Go Warriors.
You can join the Waldorf Gridiron Club and be part of the best small college football experience in America.
Just visit our website and pick your membership level. Find us and everything Waldorf Gridiron Club related, including professional photos, at waldorfgridironclub.org.
You can also click on the Support the Show link in the show notes to donate.
And you can even use the United States Postal Service by sending your check to the Waldorf Gridiron Club, P.O. Box 125, Forest City, Iowa, 50436.
It's tax exempt, hassle-free, and has a level for every budget.
That's right. Anyone can join, even our rivals.
Show your colors. Join the Gridiron Club today.
Get it?
Got it. Fantastic.
The Waldorf Gridiron Club podcast is hosted by Andy Buffington and me, Troy Thompson. Produced by Sunnyside Farm Studios in beautiful rural Forest City, Iowa. Platformed by Buzzsprout and music by Soundstripe. The Waldorf Gridiron Club is a 501c3 nonprofit organization dedicated to the student athletes of the Waldorf University football program. Our mission is to assist the program in maintaining the best small college football experience in America.